Are you ready for a post-daylight savings time world where it gets dark at 4:30 and VRS is the only thing that matters? Are you ready, Parks?
This was not what I expected out of the intro, but I'm okay with it. this is what we sat on for a minute.
This is where my brain was going as we were leading in. Like, how do I lead into this? Well,
Yeah.
we've got the fact that like advanced playoffs are just weird in general. So last stream you saw was Saturday, and you got to see Dust2, Anubis, Mirage, not Anubis, Inferno. It starts with a vowel, and my brain. All right. Roll it back. Dust2, Inferno, Mirage. Guess what we're doing again?
We're back. It's back to it.
We're back. I've never been so back. But
that's the hope.
So, and there's a few different points to make before we start off the game. First off, here's FlyQuest Red. They were most recently at DreamHack Knockout. We got to have a fun game with them on Saturday versus low IQs or room temp IQs, whatever that team's name was called, on Saturday. Unfortunately, it didn't go well. It was a 0-2. We got knocked down to the lower bracket. Down here in the lower bracket, we meet Regain, who are a team that you basically always expect to make it into the playoffs. Honestly, I think of these players, one, I see Fuzenko the most on Twitter, so I'm going to say that Fuzenko's cool, I guess. I don't know. And Spud, I see all the time streaming. Spud's pretty cool. Those are the two that I really know. Maricu has been making waves. Anytime I do get to see Regain, I feel like I see Maricu doing well. So, player to watch out for. But other than that, I mean, Regain, despite any roster changes, despite seasonal changes, they make it into playoffs, and they usually make a pretty deep run. So the fact that FlyQuest Red are running into them early is not great. However, FlyQuest Red beat them last season.
Yeah. I can add a bit more context, I think, to the Regains. Just because I've seen a bit of them in Dust2 US Masters. So I believe Fuzenko's PC is actually currently out of commission. Something about a motherboard dying was what I remember. And that's why in the pre-show I was mentioning, just before we got on, where's Dylan? Because Dylan had been subbing in for them. So I expect we might see that as well. We'll see some kind of subbing in for Fuzenko for sure, I think. But this is a really good Regain squad. They played, I want to say it was Voka. I think they played Voka in the playoffs after winning in Swiss round number 5 to get into the playoffs there in Dust2 Gold Masters. So it's a good squad to definitely keep an eye on. I'm very happy to hear that that FlyQuest Red beat them back last season. I was probably there when they beat them last season, but I think the changing of time is always one of those things of like, with the roster changes that Regain have been kind of slowly going through, especially you mentioned Maricu. Maricu is a very good player, somebody to keep an eye on for sure in the near future. However, we know who to be keeping an eye on Dust2. I think that's going to be a big ups to Goose, big ups to Vanessa over and towards me. We'll see how.
Got to make sure to keep an eye on Emmy on that AWP.
All right, round. Like we're gonna run. Despawn.
Oh! Well, that's a quick change of pace. 3 gets flattened in tons. The smoke goes down. Everyone goes lower. And now what? Newsbreeder, the first one down, flattened by Dirk, but the trade out of Vanessa starting to make a little bit of an entry point here for FlyQuest Red. They do have a disadvantage so far, but I mean, hey, they haven't lost anyone in the last few seconds, so that's a good sign, right? Bomb sitting on the back of the player top mid. So Zucker getting tagged up. This could be an entry point as FlyQuest Red start to force their way down. Emmy with the kill. Down to that 3 versus 3. Ooh, everyone grouped up for Cat. Maricu now going to be responsible to try and hold this push back. But these FlyQuest Red players, they're high HP, and Vanessa going to knock him on his ass. 3 versus 3 now as the T side does make it over the bomb. Over to the bomb site. Vanessa with a quick tap here and just waiting to see if somebody peeks out. She's got the same kind of energy I had at the beginning of the stream. look at the bomb site and just have goblin energy. Do you know about goblin mode, Parks?
I could say something really bad right now. I think you left yourself open for that purposely. I will not.
did.
I will not go down. I will not go down that same route. Spudomatic, the last one left, a 1v3, and it looks like Vanessa will take care of the job. Big 4K for her. Vanessa, you know what? I will say this. I sent Vanessa. She and I have an ongoing conversation in our DMs of us just sending gifts back and forth, of like the same happy character. I don't know what the happy character's name is, but I found one.
Is it the minion?
Just like, it's not like the minion from like Minions, but it's like, I'll send you one later. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. But I found a new one, and she was very excited. So I could tell that today was going to be a good day, even with all their travel and everything. She was hyped and ready to go.
Is it the Steam Happy character, the one that's just
it's the
like,
Steam
looks
Happy. That's exactly.
I love that
one.
character.
Yeah.
You can get a charm of that in game, which is pretty sweet.
Well,
speaking of happy, this is a completely open B bomb site. Goosebeard are going to hear Regain rotating through lower tons, so that is going to allow FlyQuest Red to get a lot set up here. We can see Emmy in upper tons just waiting. Maricu gets flattened, and Goosebeard are going wild with the Mac 10. I mean, 3 kills, $1,800, Bibion in to join her. So very expensive, a very well-earning round out of FlyQuest Red, aside from the fact that they get the bomb down. 4 Mac 10 kills. Going to set them up quite nicely.
Yeah, and they're going to continue to bring those forward as well. Like, they've already, they've got the 2 AKs that are going to be the robust part of this firing squad, and then the 3 Mac 10s to kind of gain some space, maybe make it uncomfortable for these M4s that have been bought by Regain early on. Actually, still going to be making more of a play in towards middle than maybe A long or closer towards that B tons area, which is interesting. For now, we'll see how that goes.
Well, this is definitely going to be a slower round. I mean, we do have the AK picked up on Emmy as well, so despite the SMG nature of FlyQuest Red, this is actually going to be a weirdly slow round, just because now they have to expect a lot more utility, a lot better weaponry, and yeah, I mean, here we go. Almost a minute into the round. Not a single point of damage has been caused. There's been a bunch of nades and fires tossed out. No one's been touched. Does look like FlyQuest Red are looking to make their way out onto the B-bomb side. I do like this Molotov out from upper tons. The flash to maybe slow somebody down, but FlyQuest Red still lurking in those upper tons. Goosebeard are going to be punished as a result. But look at this. Bibion creating so much space. Pushes into a weakened Spud. Now Maricu caught behind Car as well. Have managed to cause a whole lot of damage to the FlyQuest Red squad. So even with the players evened out and the bomb down, this round feels like Regain could still take it back under their control. They're waiting for the slow retake. But Sasha pretty far away still, with the other two just sitting outside double doors. They may elect to actually save. I guess so.
That is, I mean, it's a big choice for them. Dirk and Zook are getting away with it's just Zook. Sorry, just Dirk getting away with the AK from that round. Vanessa and Vivian picking up rifles and keeping them for themselves, and then Marie, of course, with that Mac 10. Saving that through for another go as well. Big round from FlyQuest Red to keep that going, keep it alive. And I mean, the HP suggests that there was definitely a very good chance for Regain to get into the site with Vanessa and Bibion looking rather low. But you know what? They take the safe approach to say, listen, it's early on in the game. Let's keep these rifles in our hand. Let's go again next round, and let's try and whittle down the money in here for the next few rounds.
I think that's one in the demo you might be kicking yourself about when you're looking at this later, if you decide to look at this later. But at the same time, with 3 rifles, this is a pretty good buy for Regain. They do have the 1 MP9 on Sasha, but the rest of the squad going to be rifled up, so still feels pretty good from the Regain side. And considering Dust2 can sometimes lend toward T side, it maybe doesn't feel the worst. But I do think is interesting is this push out through double doors. Who's this getting boosted up here? Sasha getting boosted up inside of the double doors. So he's just going to stay put, wait to see if there's a push. I mean, that's basically a free kill if someone peeks their head in. But it does kind of leave 4 on the rest of the map, so could weaken you up somewhere else.
Looks like Gooseberry is going to be jumping through in towards CT off this smoke she set herself up in, waiting for it to fade. No, she'll fall away. Play it off regularly. In the meantime, Evion's gone down. I don't know how, however.
Was that a 1G?
I don't think so. It would have displayed something else, surely, but Sasha and Zukar are finding kills in towards CT, and that's going to cause an issue because Vanessa, she got control of the B bomb site, but now she doesn't have the bomb, and she has 3 HP to her name. 1v2 after finding an initial kill. That smoke was only going to last for so long. Zukar is low. Sasha on the other side of this. Just playing a little bit of back and forth, and there you go, regain. First on the board.
Genuinely, I don't know if you get... Because it showed that she had the kill on herself with an assist, so that could have 100% been a crater. But I don't know where you crater on Dust2. Like, you could be jumping off of Cat, but I don't think that causes... That's got to be 1 or 2 damage. So I think that was a 1G. Well, if FlyQuest Red win, we'll have to ask about round number 4, Dust2. Was that a 1G or was that a crater? Because I'm really curious now. What I will say is, again, start of a slower round here. FlyQuest Red, after the initial hit on B site, it feels like they're playing a little bit more respectful, almost scared. Like, the utility is pretty even across the board. You get that first win, and now you've got a rebuy. Now all the money's been spent, so this is the round where things really have to go right for FlyQuest Red to continue their forward trajectory.
Big play now up through Cat. Gooseberry's going to be the first to go forward. She can get this kill. Dirk, no. Nice, and that means the other 3 will have a bit harder of a time getting in towards the site. Well, Devion has made very nice progress over into the site, now taking full control. Problem is Marie has gone down over in towards long A, and that's going to give them a bit of a harder time. Hold things together here as the bomb getting planted. That wall just barely holds the nade. Will... From the demise there of Emmy and Bibion going down, so another bomb plant coming through, but just not enough control of the rest of the parts of the map to leave FlyQuest any room to breathe.
That is classic Dust2, where the sniper is the one doing the most to hold the tide back on CT's side. You push the site, and Dirk is holding, and we actually saw that a lot yesterday too, where the A site was a little bit more English, or a little bit more difficult. Oh my gosh. A little bit more difficult to push into, especially from Cat. We're seeing a little bit of the remnants of that tonight. Now it's pistol time.
I love pistol time. See how
pistol time
works this time
on Cat.
Your host, Emmy.
Indeed. We're just hanging out with Emmy as Zucker and Sasha, big adventures, mowing down FlyQuest Red. Zucker down on barely a scratch of HP, but the pistols be mowed down.
Yeah. Well, as quickly as they do take that lead, it comes back down to earth, and we're all tied up yet again.
Pause time.
Match pause has come in. Yeah, this is a timeout. Just try and talk everything over. I know you kind of mentioned how the players seemed ready to play, but it's another thing, the fact that they got back from from DreamHack, and now they're coming into this, and it's a quick turnaround for them on today's. They'll have maybe some more matches in the next few days, and then of course they're turning around on Wednesday and heading out to Frag Jersey. So lots of stuff.
The planes start coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. So fed to the rules, you don't hit the ground because hopefully you're flying. But yeah, no, from Atlanta over to Jersey, I mean, at the very least, you're staying in the same time zone. You're still on Eastern both times, so it's not as bad as it could be. You know what is bad though is challenging Dirk on Cat. He's got Merrick holding here in lower tons to make sure no one makes it past. So FlyQuest Red lose 2 right off the bat. Vanessa looking to challenge, but the flash from Spud doesn't catch her that much, but it's enough. And so 2 versus 5 now fairly early on for FlyQuest Red. Regain starting to gather steam and really make things difficult. Now, good push off for the Cat player. Marie putting down this flash to try and make it across, but Zucker gonna deny, so it's all gonna be up to Emmy. First kill is good. Can she get more? Has to pull out the Glock, and Sasha ready for it. More players surviving as Regain now really starting to make this one difficult.
Yeah, once you've managed to build up a bit of an economy on your CT side, and especially once the side itself, once your play starts to flow as Regains has, it brings in a sort of confidence for them here just to be able to kind of take over. So we'll see how this continues on, as it's been a bit of a half buy here from FlyQuest Red, buy down to that $1,500 mark, and then play off it for the next few rounds. Marie was quickly out towards middle. Scout, she'll go down Emmy with a great kill on Spud. On top of that box towards B, but Mercu is there to handle the rest of it. 5-3 now. Regain. They don't look like they're stopping anytime soon.
No, but Marie is doing a very good job. Or Emmy is doing a... No, it was Marie who was doing a very good job of pathing out onto the B-bomb site. While teammates are getting challenged over in tons, she actually makes it out. And, with enough fodder in the way, FlyQuest Red making it out on B time and time again could be the strategy to really make this T round successful, or this T side successful. Okay, Goose Breeder pops one through the smoke. Zucker not going to be too happy about that one. There's another player under in pit, also handled. Sasha now called upon to try and stop this push, but will be the next one to fall. So Merrick now watching cross. Ooh, nade going to be popped. Waiting for these players to cross. Did Bomb just make it across just now? It doesn't matter. Goose Breeder up over the top. Flick for Merrick to challenge. 3 versus 2 as FlyQuest Red, they will get the bomb over to the site. Emmy not even going to tap this one. Just pros don't fake. With that bomb down, Merrick now challenges. First kill successful, but Marie behind will trade that one out. And it's Dirk and his AWP and Deagle to try and turn this round around. Round and around and around we go. Jumping up the new boxes. Emmy leading down by ramp. This Deagle has to be pinpoint for Dirk, but it's not successful. Emmy with the no-scope headshot to close out the round and bring FlyQuest Red up to their 4th round. Okay, but Merrick had 16K.
Trying to get them back into this one.
I saw that and I'm like, oh.
That's the most, like, Chris Paul scores a 3 and cuts the lead to 15 kind of response I've ever heard. Oh, they had 16K. It's still a good round. A round win is a round win, and that'll help them. Well, it helps them on the scoreboard. They need to be keeping these rounds as close as possible. And even if it's it's expensive rather to buy back into this. I mean, Regain are going to struggle to buy here probably in a round or two, especially players like Zukar and Spudomatic who have pretty much bought down already to what they can. As it looks like we've actually got a tech pause this time around. There's no clock ticking down, so yeah. How we feeling, Floofies, after
it's been a wild ride
initial
already.
9 here?
It's been a wild ride. So I was kind of leading into this with Advanced is in a very strange spot, right? Not only does it basically not matter because, and I'm not even like, I don't think I'm overblowing it. Advanced used to be the path to Challenger, which was the path to ESL Pro League. Now, Advanced is the path to a LAN that is the path to Pro League, maybe. It's a BYOC LAN, and it is like it all feels very unrelated from each other rather than all being very insular and concise. And now it's like, okay, you've got Advanced, which you play in, but whatever. You've got Elite, which is your actual path to Challenger. Challenger is now like how you get VRS points, which is how everything ties together. So it's just, I don't know. We're in a very weird spot. Speaking of weird spots, we're back on B-Bomb site. Goose Breeder this time forming the tip of the spear, making the space for the team. Double kill, double entry. Zucker now looking to recapture the space, but the flash and the smoke gonna section him right off and bomb down. I feel like that round started so slow, but in the space of like 10 seconds, it's over.
Yeah, like I mean, the damage tells a story here for FlyQuest in terms of, Emmy and Beyond taking the brunt of that, but it still gets. I mean, the job is done. Miracu and Spotomatic are down, and Regain are just a full on turtled over in towards a long just to try and survive with these 3 guns because of how important they are getting into these last 2 rounds of the half. And I mean, this is the kind of fight that we wanted out of FlyQuest Red, right? This is their map pick. We want to see them have as much chances of success as possible, and that starts with winning a round like that just kind of seems like it comes out of nowhere, but in reality, it was all kind of to the plan.
Yeah. This T side has been so wild because the A hits feel like they haven't been. It feels like there's only been B, but it hasn't even been, oh, we're going to do mid to Bs. It's, we got B spawns, so we go B. We rush B, we don't stop, and then we're there, and then we're done. That's all the strategy. Maybe the B hit takes a little bit longer. There was a singular A hit, but I mean, we're back here, so we'll see if it works this time around.
Smokes have already been sent out by Regain. Trying to delay here. Emmy has been able to post up in towards Pit as a result, though, and I mean, she'll have full control of that if any of the Regain players decide to try and double back and clear some space in the meantime. And the fight's been moved over and towards mid more and more. Looks like BBon are getting ready to go up against Zukar, and Miracu finding the timing here would be perfect to pick up a first kill as Goose goes down. And it sounds like Emmy is having a bit of a field day over in towards long A as she's found Sasha and trying to pick up another in towards Pit. Left there alone.
Some classic trench warfare for some classic trench warfare for Emmy. I just love the peek up, shoot, peek up, shoot. Am I looking in the right spot? If so, I get a kill. If not, I don't. And now she's all alone, as the rest of the team has unfortunately not been able to make an impact on the A site. So she takes the entire brunt of Regain. It can be such a good distraction to have somebody in pit just plinking away and waiting to see if somebody peeks out a little bit too deep. She got one, which looked pretty good to start off, but yeah, there was no smoke for double doors, which allowed Miracu to get in and allowed the rest of Regain to crunch into everything that was happening Cat. So again, long doesn't work and Cat doesn't work. And it's not that it never works. It's just that it feels like the timings are a little bit off, and I don't know how to rectify that. But I mean, looking at the minimap, it looks like there's B spawns, so I bet after this pause runs out, there's going to be a B rush.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the spawns support this, but
oh yeah, I guess there's more towards mids. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I don't know. They definitely don't. They have like one player on a B spawn right now, from what I can see. It looks like Yeah, Bibion's the only one with that B20. Yeah, they're all already looking over towards A. See how this goes. Yeah, quickly in through the 8 doors. Gonna try and get as much utility as possible. Vanessa's not looking. She's blinded, but she still sees. Sasha goes down, and then Goose breed her, and Vanessa get doubled up.
That's a
the
collat
unfortunate
right there.
reality of Long. Now as Marie finds a trade back. Gotta wait for these smokes to come in. And the rest of the team?
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, that looks out. The ops are on fire. It's Dust2, and it sure is a Dust2 of Dust2s. And I realize that's terrible analyzing, but like, look at the ops, my dude. Now we'll see if this A hit ends up better. Player advantage for FlyQuest Red, but they definitely don't have the HP to really hold on to this site for too long. Beyond, waiting for the push on in through smoke. She's going to catch Maricu. Now it's just Spud. Just strafes into Goose, but, well, Goose, but not Goose Breeder. And Spud looks like he's just going to hold the bomb. Oh, I mean, she missed the jump.
Oh,
that is going to be heartbreaking. You can see the AK on the X-ray. But FlyQuest Red going to be ending this one up 5-7 as they switch to their CT side. Yeah, I've got I don't know where it came from, but I've just got a lot of goblin energy for this stream.
Listen, I'm okay with that. I'm here for you to handle. And I mean, I think we're going to get a bit of goblin energy out of Emmy after that. I think she'll want that round back just because of how close it was. And we'll see FlyQuest Red do now on the pistol round as Emmy is in fact set up in towards lower tons. Spud right in front of her. This might be a big chance at retribution.
Well, there we go.
At least one.
2 for 1 in lower tons. That's a good start. Zucker might be caught here. Goose Breeder strafes away just at the wrong time, but as he's walking out, Bibian to support. So that's really cool. Goose Breeder using herself as bait to make sure that Bibian is able to nail her shots. I mean, that's something a captain should be doing, right? Setting their teammates up for success with calling and positioning. I really like that. Spud now kind of a dead man walking as Marie nails in the final nail. Well, that's 2 pistol rounds for FlyQuest Red here on Dust2.
I like the buyback immediately as well with the 4 M4s and MP9 to go with it. Really trying to keep Regain on the back foot as, I mean, they've bought in only with pistols, so tying up the scoreline will be the job here. I mean, Vanessa's in a great spot to, I mean, maybe try and farm up a little bit of money with that MP9.
Yeah, every time I see that skin, all I can do is laugh. Here we have the dunk to start this one off. Goose Breeder aiming into lower tons and just massacres Regain, leaving it down to Spud and Maricu to try and iron this round out. I mean, hey, a good anti-eco and a good pistol for FlyQuest Red. This looks just like the first side now on defense. So, and you get to farm up even more cash on your CT side, which is great. That is perfect for trying to continue to snowball this game. Maybe getting a little bit too overzealous as she pushes through Suicide. And now Spud. Oh, he's starting to rack these kills up. Goose Breeder, the next one to fall, but at the very least, that could be an M4 picked up. 45 seconds. I mean, this shouldn't be a win for Regain. 1 versus 3, no armor, but Eagles have magical powers sometimes.
Well, 20 seconds left on the clock. No control of bomb. I'm gonna say I think this round is kind of done and dusted, and Spud's gonna have to just save the M4 in his hands.
smacks the roof of the car like, this baby can protect so many save rounds. But it doesn't.
Snake oil salesman right there.
Okay, this is going to be the important one because despite the massive savings from that car sale, FlyQuest Red still need this one to really keep the ball rolling because, again, it's a T-sided map. It can be really tough if, get off to a bad start here, so... I like how I've been here enough times that Will is in chat saying, yes, Floofys has to talk about the pistol round. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Will.
I'm surprised that Will is not just talking to us in the background.
I mean, like, I don't know.
Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat. Chloe threw an unnecessary Blue Jays reference into the chat, and I'm very upset about this now.
I don't know. Do you want me to do an analysis? I'm still new to doing analysis and not just yapping about play-by-play. Speaking about play-by-play, look at this cat push. Zucker taking space lower, and the upper lower forces FlyQuest Red to kind of split their forces, and unfortunately, they're unable to hold the gates, so Regain going to take that A-bomb site. Maybe some good saver kills from FlyQuest Red, but they are going to back this one out. Oh, Marie's still trying to plink away. Well, she is going to take a few guns.
That might actually, yeah, they're striking them back in. You can see Vanessa and, Vanessa and Bibian are on their way back.
It's a fool's errand, though. Sasha up close on Cat. Oh, that's going to be heartbreaking. That one kill should be enough, but no, Marie's still going in for this.
Valiant effort, and I mean they're getting more kills than they would have earlier on in the round. Vanessa's still going to escape with an M4 in hand as well. She'll be the only one to survive the round. So Regain, they hold the lead still. But I mean, FlyQuest Red do a ton of damage that round.
Yeah, I mean, getting all 5 kills does mean a bonus $250 a player, which, if you can do math, is $1,250, which is enough for an MP9 across the entire team, which is cool if you could combine your money like in Dota, but you can't. So it's more nades. It's still good. What I will say is the big thing is they took a lot of weapons away from Regain. There was a scout, there was a tech, like there were some budget weapons, so that's not the biggest deal. We can see the AWP getting picked up now for Dirk. So this is going to be a harder round to hold back. So I do like the pause coming in, but this is going to be a tough round.
I'm not there yet.
Well, but they had the lead. They wouldn't be a Regain the lead if they were in the lead.
They didn't really
and
lose the game.
They tied it up.
They didn't lose the lead.
I guess technically they did regain the lead.
I don't view a tie as losing a lead. You still hold advantage in my eyes. Speaking of,
I love the weird things that we're getting in this game. By the way, like I said, Advanced is in such a weird place that you don't need to play games that careful. Like, there's enough games going on in North America that I don't even know if the people that would normally show up and get angry because they gambled on Advanced are going to be here, because I don't think there's even anyone gambling on a North American Advanced these days. Like, so why not throw out these weird strategies? Like, FlyQuest Red pushing up players into T-spawn to steal away the AK. That's weird. That's funny. It kind of worked. It does give Regain the round, but it sometimes when you know the game doesn't have that much weight on your team, weird strategies can really be the way to, one, like, flush away some of the negative feelings. Like, okay, yeah, we're down a couple of rounds now, but the money's going to flow in. We've got the loss bonus. Yeah. I don't know. I'm having fun.
yeah, I mean, listen, I think tonight is just one of those silly nights that we're gonna have, where you know, things are gonna happen. Like the game is gonna happen, and I mean, we want to see FlyQuest Red succeed, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, like there's a lot of factors going against them right now, and a lot of things that they're currently in the middle of preparing for. In terms of priority, playing an advanced match isn't, you know, isn't the top place. Yeah, it's pretty close to the bottom on the list.
I mean, it could be
By the
worse.
way,
This could be open 1 through 8.
yeah, I mean, you're right. I will say this, by the way. I was just looking through chat as Dirk does find Goose. Marky Marky is in that mood as well. He just came in and he said, "I am Floofy's. I bet my house on this match," and then in brackets show for reasons.
I mean, if you enjoy case unboxings, betting on advanced matches sounds like a great gamble. Because it's random. Like,
yum.
I don't know. Speaking of randomness, everything that comes out of my mouth. Never know where it's gonna go next. Here's Emmy on cap, waiting for the mid to B smoke that is not actually going to be pushed because Regain aren't there, but she does get to score a nice pick onto Dirk. Now that leaves the op out of the picture for Regain as they start to sneak across this cross smoke over toward the A-bomb site. But Emmy waiting here, gets flattened. Good trade for Marie. Still the man advantage on the Regain side. Maricu waiting for the push through smoke. And I think Vanessa just has to save at this point.
Yeah, with that bomb going down in the spot that it's landed, it's not open for her to really get a good bearing on it. And at the same time, I mean, Regainer, who is it? It looks like it's Spud who's looking to go hunting over and towards Cat. Has decided not to. But yeah, I mean, Vanessa's playing the life of the B anchor, right? Unable to get to the A site in time to make a huge difference. And as a result, it will be getting double digits first.
Yeah, and that's going to be a really rough situation for FlyQuest Red. Now they're going to be stuck in this weird spot where, okay, we're 3 rounds behind. They have 3 rounds for victory. And do we eco? Do we half buy? This is like the money is kind of all over the place. Bibion's got 4,100. I feel like the right move is to maybe, I mean, throw another one of those weird strats at the wall with pistols and armor. You know, Bibion by a couple of 5.7s, but it looks like it's going to be more of a full save by the FlyQuest side.
And early on here, Regain sticking over towards B-Tons and a good Molotov in towards 8 doors. An isolated player, though, in Spud. It's going to be a big kill to come through. Maybe not. Emmy goes down a little too early for Vanessa to be able to trade on that one.
Yeah, Emmy kind of sent out as a lamb to slaughter instead of the bait, and Zucker allowed to take the hole in through mid, leaves Regain with an easy way onto the B-bomb site with this smoke down for mid to B. Marie, the last player standing, has a 5.7, which normally I would say is huge, but unfortunately in the 1 versus 5, it is going to be a little bit of a squeaker. Well,
what if I'm just like waiting, Will? What if I just want to let the game breathe a little bit?
So a bear walks into a bar and he says, "Can I have a drink?" Bartender says, "Why the big pause?" And he says, "I was born with them."
That's a really good joke. You know
Thank
what?
you.
That is a top tier dad joke. I really appreciate that. I thought it was gonna be like one of those like horse walks into a bar The bartender says, "What do you want?" And the horse doesn't say anything because he's a horse.
I mean, there's always directions for that joke to go. There's the horse doesn't say anything. There's why the long face. And then there's
Yeah.
like you take the horse and you turn it into like a BoJack Horseman, so the horse just says something depressing and realistic, and then everyone gets really sad. But it's okay because it's you say you're just joking. But then you have to realize that like the world is in just quite a place right now. Like on Cat, where Goose Breeder has flattened Sputomatic over the stairs. Does get traded by Dirk. 7-11. Regain looking to take map point here. They've got the mid to B smoke down. They're using it to go towards A. With the player advantage, they really have their pick of the sites, pick of the positions that they want to go for as well. Now, A site unlocked. Once again, Cat going to be the big ticket item as Sasha does get run down by Bibian. Now 3 versus 3 with Zucker on low HP, so this does feel like a winnable retake for FlyQuest Red, but we've talked about Dirk from within the A-bomb site before. He's already been a menace to FlyQuest Red, but it's not going to be enough this time as Vanessa is making tons of space, and FlyQuest Red will take this one right back from under the noses of Regain and might just turn this map around.
Yeah, I mean, the ebb and flows of this game continue to make waves, and I mean, the buyback from FlyQuest Red, even in a round victory, like you can see they've got to pinch some pennies here. You got a Marie on a FAMAS. Everybody else has been able to buy in. I mean, Leon's missing a bit of utility to go with that kind of struggle, so across the board, it's still a bit of a struggle them round to round, but keep picking up those W's, and it's going to look good it's going to continue to work, right? You got to get, what is it, 5 in a row?
It's a lot.
Can I math it right? Yeah, 5. I mean, 5 in a row, and you win in regulation. It's pretty good.
I normally expect the FlyQuest Red CT sides to go really well. This is a bit of a long ladder to climb for, you know, how this game has kind of gone so far. We'll see if the FlyQuest Red side is up to the task. It feels like the Regain side is shooting really hard, so I do have my doubts, but you never know, right? This mid to B smoke, though, working perfectly. It does clear out, but just in time. Sasha washing CT, and now it's going to be up to Vanessa to try and hold this one back, but unfortunately, Regain start up the steamroller, and the B-bomb site will be mowed down. So 2 versus 4 with, well, not the bomb down just yet, but there it goes.
Yeah, and I mean, as soon as the site was taken, that was kind of going to be it, right? It was just so unfortunate, the timing there. I believe it was on Vanessa, who was hiding in that just around the corner of that smoke, and had a really good angle to get in behind and find multiple, but it just kind of got found last second. So see if Marie can survive here. Semi with Emmy. Both need to keep these guns going. I mean, with that op is such a key piece of this. You don't need to peek up again.
It's Duck Hunt. You know, it's
a little bit of Duck
peeking
Hunt.
from pit is like unboxing, right? You peek out,
Yeah.
you push the case, you're like, oh, I got a purple, oh, I got a pink, oh, I got a blue, and I'm dead.
I was gonna say, like,
it's so
it's just
exciting.
like,
You never know.
Yeah, but then like you get to unbox, but there's a 1 in 3 chance that you just die. Like, great odds on that, on the mystery box.
It's not a fun mystery box, but
No,
it can be.
It sounds scary. All right,
Well,
big opportunity here for FlyQuest to put us into overtime potentially. Just got to find 4 more rounds.
Yeah,
And,
I don't know how much I
mean,
like the buys, but we'll see.
Listen, Emmy on a scout is just as scary as her on an op.
Okay, but there's
I'm
an
excited to
AUG
see what
on the
happens.
server, and Marie isn't the one that has it.
Let Vanessa cook. Vanessa's been cooking. Let her cook.
I've gotten used to the Marie Og, okay? The fact that she's got a
Yeah.
FAMAS makes me upset. Just throw her the Og. You use the FAMAS. That's her thing. Now, see what happened? She died first. If she had the Og, instant ace.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
was-
I mean, too fast.
Well,
Well, it does cancel out the bomb plan. It will come back through again.
yeah, I mean, with the smokes, Regain have kept FlyQuest Red completely boxed off of the site, and I have a feeling I know what just happened with the fact that we got kicked back to the menu. Have a feeling that we're not going to be making it back in for map number 1. But I will wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. We're allowed to say it?
Yeah, we're allowed to say it.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we don't get to see the end, but Regain did win map number 1. So that's an 8-13.
Yeah.
FlyQuest, unfortunately,
waiting for the
unable to pull
stats
it
to
back.
All good. That's yeah. I really don't know what to say. It felt like overall Regain just kind of had control of the game, even though we saw flashes from FlyQuest of them kind of taking a round or two here or there. They weren't ever really able to string anything together for long enough to be like, oh yeah, here's some sustained success that we can work off of. No, it just kind of was around here, around there, around here, around there. Regain making that steady progress, got up to 13 first.
The really painful part in my book is the fact that, and I know Will loves when I talk about it, but FlyQuest won both the pistols, both the conversions, and the third round on their T side. So they had good momentum. It was just as soon as Regain brought out anything that wasn't pistols, FlyQuest Red were kind of screwed. And I mean, the statistics around pistols conversions and all of that, I bang on it enough that Will is just like, oh, there he goes again. There it is. Oh, well. We go to map number 2. We go to Inferno. We've got to take a quick break before we do that. Don't go anywhere.